I think one of the most important qualities is someone who's able to build consensus in a way that everyone feels like it's a win, even if they didn't get their way, if that makes sense. So someone who's able to kind of listen to all sides, bring all sides together, and then figure out what is the best conclusion. And I think the ability to be able to do that means that you're able to be a very good listener, means you're able to also be empathetic in the sense that you're able to understand both sides of an issue, an argument, conflict, whatever the case may be. But you're also able to bring the sides together so once that decision is made, they're still continuing to be able to work together, because I think that's really important. Managing conflict is always difficult, and I think it all depends upon the players involved. Depending upon the conflict, sometimes I like for them to figure it out themselves, because sometimes it just adds more tension for me to jump into the middle of it versus it'll just work itself out. And it's interesting, I remember a professor once in grad school, we're sitting in class and she's writing on the board and we are having this huge conflict, like pretty much almost yelling and fighting, and she's just continuing to write on the board. And I remember years later, we had dinner with her and we asked her about that. We're like, didn't you hear us fighting? She's like, oh, I figured you would all work it out. And it did. So you have to kind of know when to jump into the middle of it. And I think usually what I'll do is maybe a couple of days after the conflict, then talk with people to make sure it's been resolved and people are ready to move on. But sometimes, if you don't have all of the sides, there's just no reason to jump into the middle of it.